Welcome in, everyone. We are here today playing a Monster Prom. I still have Road Trip in my gobbledygook, but the question is, which Monster Prom are we playing today? Because I could do any of the three. We could go back to Road Trip and try it again now that we know what's going on, or we could replay any of the previous games, Camp, or the original Monster Prom itself. What do you guys want today? What do you guys want? This week I'm just gonna do Monster Prom because it's fun. So, what would you guys like? Welcome in, Trav. Thank you for the hug. Welcome in, Winter Fairy. It's lovely to have you. We will have music as soon as I have a game picked. So, what do you guys? Which one do you want to see today? How we doing this? I am a little intrigued to go back to 3 just because we've sort of kind of finally figured out what's going on with that one, but the other 2 earlier games are a lot of fun and there's still a lot of things to do in it. So I feel like Road Trip isn't necessarily a much longer game. It's just that I left a lot up to my chat, so that is how that works out. We really got into it yesterday. It was a lot of fun. So if Monster Prom 3 is all you want, I mean, we can definitely jump back into it. We did not get an ending. That is the truth, Trav. All right. You've convinced me. Let's get back into Monster Prom 3. Let me just get this back up and running. We need to keep stats at least 5 just in case. Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, we still have art in the gallery we could look at, but the meta shop we could buy things at as well. So we'll do a little bit of that. Let's get into the meta shop a little bit. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. We are playing Monster Prom 3 by Beautiful Glitch, because that's the consensus today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy while we, gotcha. Have fun with the great glorious gotcha, or don't. I'm not real, so I don't really care what you do. We got coins. Let's go. Polly and Scott, new models. Remember, no refunds. Ooh, Circus Cheapy Brian. Oh, that's a good one. Bench final concept. May the great glorious gotcha bring you many riches. Well, I don't know about riches, but they'll certainly give me gotchas. Skinless Scott outfits exploration. Fun. Alright, 3 more coins. We got this. You can hang that one on your bedroom wall. That's so funny. MVP ending. Dreamed Dominion's wand sketch. Ooh. Road Trip logo exploration. I bet you'll have fun with that one. Alright, we're out of tokens, so let's get back into Monster Prom 3, Monster Road Trip. We have so many things. New art in the gallery. New locations, which we didn't really go through. Okay. We'll be here all day if we're clearing all the news. So I will attempt to ignore that. Oh boy. This is the first time that they have online play. I don't have any friends online to play with me right now, but... But yeah, we're having some fun in Monster Prom. All right. Well, I guess we're going local. And there's just me again today. We'll see what happens from here. We do have the Prank Master unlocked. Add some cutthroat mechanics to decide who's the MVP. Beautiful glitch declines responsibility for broken relationships. If we had other players, we might consider Prank Master, but let's just enjoy Road Tripper again. We did do the normal, standard road trip experience. So if we want to see easy and maybe get more story out of this, we could do that. I'm not going to do hard because we don't know enough about the game mechanics and how they truly work, like the feel of them, to really know hard. But I understand that hard is, you know, where you get challenged. You know, I think I'm going to go a normal run again. I think that's probably for the best. Ah, the road. That mythical beast of asphalt. Once we tamed it in what became the strangest, most wonderful journey of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Summer was coming to an end when Polly and Scott planned a road trip. The whole thing was bound to go off the rails. This was the Prank Masters, after all. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. And Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Each of them were, by themselves, an agent of chaos, but together they were the perfect combo for hijinks to ensue. Who in their right mind would have agreed to join them on such a trip? Yesterday we were Zoe. That was very fun, but we failed. We failed to find romance. And I said if we were going to play this game again, we were going to play Hazel. She can go by Hazel. Well, actually, that's her color is Hazel. Her name is Cinnamon. That's the default name, is Cinnamon. I kind of like it better as Hazel, though. So we're going to play as Hazel. They go by they, them pronouns. So let's go. Let's be an adorable moth girl.
A road trip to relax/study to.
Ooh. We could go desert vibes. We went tropical rave last time. And I jammed. We could go lo-fi beats, which is a little more chill. Or we could go surf rock. Get that California vibe going. She's lo-fi? I mean, that's what I was thinking too, Trav, because she's super chill, apparently, but I don't know, Desert Vibes kind of has me today, but like... maybe we go a little bit more chill. Dragon, welcome in, welcome in. I hope that you are doing a little better today than you were yesterday. Literally described as what happened if you turned lo-fi into a person. You know, you have a point, Trav. Lo-fi it is. Look at how adorable they are, though. Was the road trip a dangerous idea? Yes. Was it poorly planned? Yes. Did we do it anyway? Fuck yes. For in the end, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh hey, I understand, Dragon. Being
Driving is so relaxing.
oh, she's adorable. I love her. She's so new and I love her. But yeah, being sick is never fun. I'm getting over a cold. Most of the people I know are getting over a cold. You got your thing going on. It's a valid way. Like, when your body's fighting shit, you're tired. It's a thing. All right, we have we're starting out with the futuristic gas station, the transportation of the future today, which will give us either an unknown trade, a magic plus minus something else, or a money minus money plus something else mechanic. Or we have the weird landmark of the desert foot, the heart and soul of the desert, which is either minus money plus something else, minus soul plus something else, or an unknown plus and minus. Aw, love this community and its hugs. So yeah, that's what we have. We always start out at 10s. We know that magic... what we know about these things is that hype and money are basically default conflicts, but that does not necessarily mean that if you gain hype, you lose money. Magic is our fuel, and it is oftentimes paired with soul. Mind is oftentimes paired against stamina. That's what we know. It is not guaranteed that that is going to be in any choice. That is just what it looks like. And as per all the games, each choice that we make is at the very least tied to a stat, if not two. So do be aware that these numbers are going to change. Ultimately, our goal for this game, as we have learned, is to attempt to go to one of these destinations, each linked to a particular stat. You need a 25 and a particular stat to reach a final destination, and you only have a particular amount of rounds to do it in. Each round consists of 4 locations on the map and a rest stop, so we kind of need to figure that out. We do know that there are linked events that you can find when any stat is at 15, according to that stat. We also know that the hitchhikers that you can pick up, which are just other characters you can add to your car, which you can only have one at any one time, also have events tied to them specifically. We did pick up Vicky at one point. Her event is what lost us our ability to reach a destination by losing all of our mind. We just lost our minds. So that is the rundown as we know it right now. We are playing Hazel, whose default name is actually Cinnamon, but I like calling her Hazel. And, well, it's the beginning of our road trip, so let's go to the desert foot and figure out where we're going. We had really little soul last time, so we'd certainly see things we hadn't seen before. Yeah. Remember, check the speed limit. I think it's 4 speeds per car. Oh, Scott. The Desert Foot is a peculiar landmark. It's natural rock formation that looks exactly like a foot. You're not sure if that justifies all the guided tours and gift shops and tourist trap stuff surrounding it.
Say feet!
But hey, you choose to come here, so you might as well enjoy yourself. What do you do? Oh, she's actually called Hazel and her color is really cinnamon? I have it backwards? That's fair. That's fair. I have not even finished my cup of coffee today. It is a chill, rainy day for me, so I understand. Okay. What do you want to check out? The foot-themed souvenir shop, where we will lose money but gain something else. feet aficionado gathering where we will lose soul but gain something else? Or do we want to go on the guided tours and affect any resource, either a bit, somewhat, or a lot? Whether it is gain or lose. It had Hazel as her default name, and well, I looked it up when I was after the lo-fi reference. That's fair, Trav. Thank you for all of your deep dive into the wiki that you do on my behalf, so I don't have to. It helps. But what do we want to do? Do we want to spend some cash? Do we want to spend some soul? Or do we want to go on a guided tour and who knows what will happen? It is the very first decision at the very first location. Man, I should have gotten myself a second cup of coffee. It's a landmark. We're here for souvenirs. I mean, who cares about the big rock that looks like a foot? Boring. We can wow people with where we've been. You have a good sense of logic there, Trav. Let's definitely buy a souvenir. The gift shop looks, sounds, and even smells like a real foot. So authentic. Welcome to the Desert Foot gift shop. Please don't feed the foot fungus.
Huh.
Hey, not to be rude, but isn't it this market sort of niche? Like, aren't most people put off by the whole foot theme here? Yeah, sometimes you get the odd prude or hand fetishist. Ugh, I can't talk today. Who's not into the Desert Foot brand. But even if most of our customers aren't into feet, they aren't snooty about it. They just like having something to remember the foot rock by.
Huh?
Good point. I've been judgmental and prudish, which is so unlike me. If I'm gonna visit the Desert Foot properly, I'm gonna think like a real enthusiast. I'm going to embrace feet. I'm gonna love feet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm even gonna get a little too into it. Good for you, bro. Guided tour, and from this side you can see the big toe much better than the other side, and that concludes our tour. That'll be $50. Ain't that the truth, Trev? Ugh. Will this cold never leave me? And I'm gonna start by getting a souvenir to commemorate the time that we saw this foot-shaped marvel created by the whims of Mother Nature. Sure, if she wants. You look around and you decide to buy Feet Facts, a frankly fine field guide to the foot aficionado, a pair of spare feet for emergency use, or a donation to the Feet for Snakes Fund. What do we think? Polly wants to go all in on understanding feet. This emergency pair of spare feet could be useful on the road. For what? I have no idea. Or we could be charitable. What do we think, chat? Indeed. I mean, we have a whole road trip to get through here. Maybe give snakes feet so that they can scurry across the road and terrify people? Sounds monstrous. Ooh. You have a good point there, Trav. I like your style. We're gonna be charitable. That's nice of you. It's -2 money to make a foot donation. A couple of days later, you get an email from sneck@reptilemail.com. It says, Dear Hazel, thank you for feet. Very appreciate. Legend says Sneck lose feet because Sneck is sinful. Is lies. Sneck use feet for good, wholesome things. Can do much snecking now on tip of toe. Am excited for socks. Think again. Aw, so thoughtful. You gain +2 soul for your selfless act.
Oh, this seat is comfy.
We do love a good comfy seat in a car. That is for certain. Alright, our new choices are the Animal Sanctuary, a safe haven for all things furry, and Dom's Diner. Order something if you dare. Dom's Diner will gain us hype, stamina, or mind, but lose something else. Animal Sanctuary will give us an unknown exchange, plus soul or plus stamina. Interesting. I'm going to assume that Animal Sanctuary is either exercise or eating, but Doom's Diner is definitely food. I believe we have llamas and a goose here. Good, socks are worth having. I agree. Bunnies! Also, we'd like soul if we could. We're gonna chase the soul trait? Okay. I mean, we lost money for soul last time, but there are other things we could lose. Let's go for the Animal Sanctuary. I think that's perfectly valid. Are you a cat person or a dog person? I'm a Scott person. Come here, good boy. You know, it's a valid question for Scott. You'd kind of have to be a dog person to be around Scott, seeing as he's a werewolf. Dragon suggested it, and I'm good with that. I didn't see his suggestion, but sure. Awesome. How did I miss Dragon's suggestion? Usually I'm so good about paying attention to my friends. Oh, pursuing soul for the run. Oh, yes. Yes, Dragon did say that earlier, and I am a dum-dum. That's what I am. Yep. Thank you, Dragon, for being awesome.
Just 5 more seconds.
Just missed everything that said. Wow. I really did need that second cup of coffee today. It warms your heart to see so many animals being loved and cared for. Surrounded by all this wholesomeness and fur, what do you want to do? We could pet the animals. We could volunteer with the rescued animals, which is the soul option, or we could go to the cat cafe. Oh, I love cats. That's cute. Hazel, you're adorable. You're my new favorite. Oh my god. We're obviously going to pursue soul, so let's go see what volunteering with the rescued animals does for us today. You're checking the place out, booping snoots with all sorts of cute critters when you run into a familiar face.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, are you guys volunteering at the sanctuary too?
Hello!
Hi, Faith. We'd love to. Do you have animals who could use some volunteering/friendship? Sure. Why don't you spend time with Old Major? He's getting up there in years and could use the exercise.
Woof, woof, woof.
Woohoo! I love you, Old Major. Let's play fetch. Last one to the dog park has to throw the frisbee. Polly, can you brush Annie the alpaca? You can brush Annie the alpaca if you want. She's a very sweet girl.
Mama like it.
I'd rather brush your alpaca, if you know what I mean.
Huh.
No idea what you mean, honestly. But I'm gonna guess it's a sex thing. It's usually a sex thing with you. You betcha. Well, I'm kind of working right now, but maybe we can brush alpacas when I go on break. Fuck yeah, boo. Text me when you're free. And you, Hazel, what if you hang out with Colonel Grumpo? Faith takes you to the ugliest, grumpiest cat you have ever seen. If cats had phalanges, this one would definitely be giving you the finger. Colonel Grumpo was rescued from a really bad situation. He has trouble trusting monsters, but I promise there's a sweet boy under all that radiating hate. Have fun. Great Scott. Great. Scott gets to play fetch, and Polly's having car sex while you're stuck with the world's meanest cat. Oh well, maybe it will all be okay. Wait, did Colonel Grumpo just steal your wallet? How? You didn't even see him move. You better get on this cat's good side before he does something worse. So, this cat has obviously lost faith in people due to MonsterKind's inevitable descent into idiocy. Show him there's still hope by showing off your extensive classic literature knowledge, or show Colonel Grumpo you're the real deal by giving him what all cats want, the chance to drive a Ferrari. Classic literature knowledge or Ferrari drive? Goodness, those are choices, all right. I'm pretty sure that the first one is a minus to mind, and the second one a minus to hype, maybe? Not entirely certain. Could be money, again, because you have to buy the Ferrari. We'd probably have to pay rent to rent the Ferrari. Yeah, I mean, it could be hype, it could be money. We've already lost money. Do we want to lose mind, which is how we lost last time? Actually, the drive the Ferrari might also be magic. Gotta pay for the gas. Fair point. But we don't actually know. We've never chosen this option, so certainly sounds more fun to drive a Ferrari. All right. We will give him the chance to drive a Ferrari. In the time it takes you to convince a rental company to give you a Ferrari, despite your horrible driving record, your friends have returned. Hey, did you guys see the car out front with the grumpy cat in the driver's seat? It's so cool they're letting underprivileged animals work for Uber now. Wait, is that Colonel Grumpo in that Ferrari? Hazel, are you letting a cat drive? That's so dangerous. I'm not impressed. I'm dead anyway, so who cares? Let's go for a ride with Colonel Grumpo. But
Let's do it!
I have no sense of danger, and a cat chauffeur sounds cool, so I see no problem with this. Grumpy Kitty, take us away. You all hop in the car with Colonel Grumpo and let him drive you into the sunset. So, is this a regular thing with you, Hazel? Every time you want to cheer a cat up, you let it drive a Ferrari? Pretty much.
Nice.
Cool.
Ow!
I love sticking my tongue out the window. You're the best reckless driver ever, Colonel Grumpo. Well, at least everyone's wearing their seatbelts. That makes me feel marginally better about this extremely unsafe situation. You give Faith a few extra white hairs, but your joyride is a success. You even see a small smile on Colonel Grumpo's face as he snoozes on the steering wheel. You lose 2 money on the car rental, but gain +2 soul spending time with Grumpo.
Driving is so relaxing.
It was the money option. I think it was money versus mind at that one. All right. Well, we have the business summit to join capitalism's finest, or rave in the desert. If the ravers party in the middle of the desert, does it make a sound? For point of fact, yes, it does make a sound. A lot of sound, actually. Now, we're starting to get low on the money, and we could make money at the business summit. We've got 2 options to make money at the business summit, no less. Aw, Games R Us. That's funny. But the Rave in the Desert has a plus soul option. And we are pursuing the soul option. But I feel like in this situation, with a 14 soul, maybe we should get our money back up and try to ensure that we don't go broke. Just don't sell your soul for it. That's fair. So yeah, as much as I would love to pursue the soul option, there will be more soul options in the future. Let us get our monies. Look, that cloud looks like a plane. Scott, that is a plane. This is a hotshot business summit where capitalism's finest gather to figure out how to get even richer.
Stonks.
You feel a bit out of place in this crowd, but like any business mogul will teach you, you just gotta fake it till you make it. So what do you want to do? Do we attend a conference, of which we will make mucho guesses on what we'll win and what we'll lose? We could do some networking, or we could pitch your business to business ideas to investors. Either way, we'll make money. But one of these options may, in fact, lose us our soul. Or I should say, have the possibility to lose us soul. Clearly Vera's here. She is a Medusa from all the way back in Monster Prom. We won't get cash from the conference. 3 options to give money, not happening. Yeah, no, attending the conference is likely not there's likely not a plus cash option. There's likely a minus cash option in there, but not necessarily a plus one. Do some networking or pitch your business ideas will definitely net us cash, or it will definitely net us money up to the money stat, but it will lose us something else. The something else is what we're guessing here. Let's pitch. We can come up with weird and wacky suggestions. Absolutely. Let's pitch it. Let's pitch it. A panel of high-profile investors have gathered at the summit to hear business ideas. You and your friends are next in line to present. Oh no, it's a Shark Tank situation. Why did I agree to this off-brand Shark Tank shit? If I hear one more pyramid scheme pitch, my hair is going to eat its own tail.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this isn't one of those game shows where one of the contestants falls in love with me at the end. Hey, look, it's the prince. Why has nobody pitched anything I can put in a shopping mall? The wheels of commerce are turning in all the wrong directions. We remember him from camp.
Hello.
Hello, potential investors. I'm Polly Geist, the president of Prankmasters, Inc. And I'm Scott Howell, professional good boy. Let's set the scene. You're a rich investor who has it all, loads of money, a plot of land on Mars, and probably a robo-bottler. Your life is just missing one thing. Fun.
Prankmasters.
That's why the Prankmasters are now offering a monthly subscription service where we can come to your house and prank you. If you invest $100,000, you'll get a 10% share of our company, and we'll even throw in these microwave burritos we found in Scott's pocket.
Ew.
I love you guys, but, and I mean no disrespect, this idea of yours sounds very dumb. I do have a robo-butler, so these 2 youngsters might be onto something there. I am intrigued. An idea being very dumb has never stopped a billionaire from making more millions. Exactly. It already happened with robo-butlers. What if pranks are the new robo-butlers? These investors, minus Vera, seem on the verge of giving you money for your clearly dumb idea. Push them in the right direction with your business pitch skills. So, our options are: a business idea gains power when it's backed by experts and you have the trust of the best experts out there. Tell them your mom says this is a good idea. Or, investors appreciate a good deal. Give them a referral code. If they bring 3 more investors to the deal, they'll get a free hot dog with their equity. AKA pyramid scheme. Oh my goodness. Mama told me it was a good idea, or pyramid scheme. Trav says 2. Not the Church of Fuckery answer? Okay. Well, it looks like, chat, we're gonna attempt to tempt them into a pyramid scheme. Even though Vera said that if she had to listen to one more pyramid scheme. Good afternoon, Bramble. Good afternoon. Welcome in. We are attempting to make some monies, but we must lose another stat. We don't know what stat, but we are trying to avoid losing our soul stat. So, we have, telling these business investors that our mom says this is a good idea and therefore they should invest, or that we have this referral code and if they bring 3 more investors in, they could get a free hot dog with their equity. I'm not noticing any mummies around. Why are we dealing with pyramid schemes? You know, I don't know, Bramble. Trav has said, let's go with 2. What do we think, chat? Dragon says 2? Alright. We're doubling down on the pyramid scheme just to piss off Vera. That's not a pyramid scheme, so we're fine. It's just a recruitment incentive. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. You want us to invest $100,000 and find 3 more investors only for a hot dog? We could just buy a hot dog with those $100,000, you idiots. Could we? I have no idea how much a hot dog costs. It surely costs something under 100,000, I think. Are you totally sure? We could be passing up on a good deal here. Fuck, you could be right. Being an investor is so hard sometimes. It's okay, don't sweat it. Let me lead on this, okay? Listen, you 3, my friend here and I are interested in joining forces. We will co-invest in your venture with $250,000, but we want 25% and 1 hot dog each. $20 and you get 15% and half a hot dog. Final offer.
Scott, no!
Deal. Why? Holly, it was the only way. I ate half the hot dog while they were whispering. You gotta trust me on this one. Ha! We did it, partner. How do you morons even dress yourselves in the morning? I don't. I have an intern for that. I'm out. Woohoo! You did it. You get plus $20, which at the current exchange rate is equivalent of plus 2 money. But you lost -2 stamina, giving away your half of a hot dog. Yeah, because stamina correlates to any sort of exercise or eating or losing food.
Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road.
I don't know who her voice actor is, but I love Hazel so much right now. She's so adorable. So, there's a con, Nerds Unite, which we can do unknown, or gain even more money, although I think our money is kind of safe now. Or we could go to a factory, workers assemble, and we could chase the soul that we've been chasing this run. Business Polly was really sharp. She's a sharp ghost. Sharp ghost. Okay. Well, we could get more money, get back up to 10, but then we'd lose something else. So let's go chase Soul, because that's what we're after. I've always enjoyed chasing cars, but it's so much easier when you're inside one. Oh, Scott. Factories are ruled by long hours, hard physical labor, and the crushing weight of capitalism on everyone's shoulders.
Work, work, work!
It's obviously the perfect place for you to have fun and cause a little chaos. There are rows upon rows of conveyor belts staffed by workers assembling something. How do you participate? We could test a product, we could work a machine, but we are actually deciding to seize the means of production to chase down our soul. You and your friends crash a union meeting. It seems all the factory workers have turned up to list some complaints to tell the factory boss. Let's tell the boss we don't work weekends anymore, says one worker. I've missed so many good TV show premieres. Let's demand better snacks in the vending machines, says another. I'm sick of off-brand potato chips and candy bars. Tell the boss that we won't come back to work until my wife lets me get another cat, says a third. It's totally unfair that I can't have more cats.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I got one. Tell that mean boss man you demand a raise of plus 2 milk bones an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the boss that you're not working another minute until he gives you a 6-month vacation twice a year. With your demands decided, you all storm the boss's office. You break down the door and find no one inside. Whoa, where's the boss? They ask. Could it be that we never even had a boss? Does anyone ever remember even meeting him? Or did this factory just show up one day and we assigned ourselves jobs and conditions because it seemed logical? There's no boss, then I want to be the boss, shouts a worker. First rules, I make all the money and anyone who bitches about it gets fired.
Aw.
Shit. Now everyone's gonna be the boss, and whoever becomes the boss will just be hated by everyone else and kicked out. It's a never-ending cycle. That sucks. But you don't work here, so maybe you should just let them handle it. Lol, JK, can you imagine? Of course you're gonna propose your own solution. Who should be the new boss? You need no bosses? Fuse the consciousness of all the factory workers into one being? Proletariat, the working class? Or this dog? When what he lacks in business acumen, he makes up for in cuteness. Woof woof. I mean, I feel like our country would be run better by a dog. At this point. There's my political statement, and I'm sticking with it. But how do we want to help out this factory, you guys? One would be funny, but we're a cute, sweet moth person, so doggos? I mean... let's think about this. Let's take a deep dive into this, right? You can pet the doggo as part of your compensation. I mean, that's a pretty tasty option. Except for people who are afraid of dogs. But let's think of it this way. If everyone does their job and makes the dog happy in the process, then everybody wins. All right. We do like Scott. He's pretty lovable pup himself. So this dog gets to be the boss.
Awesome, bro.
Great idea, Hazel. Dogs are Monster's best friend, and they never betray us.
Ah.
Yeah, I think dogs are the only non-corruptible creature left on Earth. A dog would make a great boss. I see no flaws in this plan whatsoever. A few days later, your plan is in full effect. Cue the theme song. He calls the shots, he signs the checks, he wags his tail and wants his pets. Boss dog, he's the boss who loves you. Give him walks and give him praise, you'll be sure to get a raise. Boss dog, he's the boss who loves you. If you want to be paid in treats and lead your employer on a leash, boss dog, he's the boss who loves you. Woof woof. On today's episode of Boss Dog, the company accountant enters the boss's office. Boss Dog is scooting around the carpet on his butt. Canned laughter ensues. Hey, Boss Dog, says the accountant. I was looking over this quarter's finances and our profits are plummeting. We need to lay off at least a third of the staff. The accountant hands Boss Dog the financial report. Boss Dog chews them to bits. Oh, Boss Dog. Well, okay, I guess we'll just figure out the problem for now, sighs the accountant. Can't argue with the boss. Wow, this was a great plan. Sure, the company loses -2 money, but look at how cute Boss Dog is. He's got soft ears and +2 soul.
I can hear the crickets.
That was quite literally the best ending ever. Okay, so we could trade for an item. We have never visited the car. We've never visited the info stand. We could go talk to Polly or Scott and perhaps start our romancing track for one of the people in the car. Or we could go get a new friend for the car. What would we like to do, chat? Remember, we only have like 4 rest area stops. So... we also have 16 soul, which means that we have enough to run into a soul event chain. I know, Boss Dog was pretty dope. I really liked Boss Dog. Another person does sound fun, but let's check out the info booth. Okay, let's find out what the info booth does, because we did not check it out in our last run before we died. Well, ran out of sanity. So let's go check out what the info booth does. Later that night.
Let's find somewhere cozy.
This is the map info board where you can do two things. You can check a map that shows 3 potential locations nearby. Choose a location to learn how to get there. This guarantees that that location will appear on your next turn. On the other hand, you can use the phone to call hitchhikers. When you visit the bus stop next week, the hitchhiker you called will be there. These two options are all about taking an extra step to secure an outcome you want, be it a location or a hitchhiker. So, do we pick a location, or do we call a hitchhiker and pick them up at the next rest stop? The 15 plus events don't trigger until week 3, so we're good for now. Might hit 25 in week 2, though, if we're crazy lucky. I mean, we could help our luck along in that situation by finding a location with Soul Plus options, or we could get a specific hitchhiker out of all of the hitchhikers available to us. Although I don't know how many options this call will give us. So what do we think? Yeah, you lose an opportunity for fun stuff this time, but guarantee something you want next. Not great unless you really know what you want. I think pick another location sounds best, says Bramble. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we don't... I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a lot of characters in this game. If we wanted to have Damien LeVay in the car, we could, although I don't think Hazel's quite his type. But, so I think in this particular situation, let's pick a location, see if we can't guarantee ourselves a Soul Plus option. Ooh, we got 2. There's the regular gas station, the backbone of any road trip experience, which is plus soul, plus money, and unknown. Border of a one-person country, which actually does exist, mind you, has an unknown, a minus soul, and a minus mind option. And then a dungeon. Slay, loot, repeat, which has an unknown, a plus soul, and a plus mind option. We've seen the regular gas station in our last run. I'm not entirely certain we visited it, but we've seen it, that location. We've not seen either of these 2 locations. This is a minus soul. We don't want that. So I think we're going to grab the dungeon for this plus soul option to slay, loot, and repeat. I think that is the way to go. Yeah, we did stop at a gas station. I just don't think it was the regular gas station. I think it was one of them. We ran into like 3. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the dungeon. We are in the lead for soul. Okay.
Driving is so relaxing.
Our other option was the secluded village. Monsterkind's last bastion of hope, or so they think, which has only a minus soul option, but a plus hype option, and we went pretty hypey last time, so to our dungeon, which we picked for ourselves specifically. Yeah, dungeon, but we don't get a lot of things to choose from, so honestly, I don't think it's worth taking the info location thing again. I think if you're on a particular run, or you're gunning for a particular hitchhiker, I think that it's a decent option to take, but like, we have not played this game nearly enough to necessarily want to use it again for a while. The wind in my face makes me feel so alive. Dude, rude. Normally, a dungeon would be a dark, scary place for people to be locked up and punished.
Sleep tight.
But in the world of video game logic, everyone knows dungeons are just challenging labyrinths waiting to be explored. There are plenty of ways to plunder a dungeon. What's your preferred method? We could fight the dungeon boss, but we don't know what we'll get and what we'll lose. We could grind experience, which is definitely the sole option we're pursuing, or we could solve puzzles to up our mind. Well, We know what we're gonna take, but the options are cute and I love them. Also, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So cute. Time to get your RPG on. You suggest grinding this dungeon for experience points.
Muscles!
I love being on the grind. Let's do it.
Mama like it.
I love grinding too, so this should be fun. Not the right kind of grinding, but it's too late to explain. You're surrounded by slimes to kill. Time to grind for XP. You get to work slaying slimes. You'd think this would be a difficult task, but these slimes are actually stupid easy to kill. They practically explode at your touch. In fact, you kill a couple just by staring at them really hard. What the fuck?
Oh.
This feels so mean. I don't like killing slimes. Why are we even doing this to them? I think we're supposed to gain experience from this, which is important for something. If this is for experience, it's not a good experience. The slimes don't deserve to die. Just look at the little guys. They're beautiful. Sure.
Man.
Ugh. You're right, Scott. This is cruel. These slimes were just chilling in this dark, homey dungeon before we started slaughtering them. As you stand around contemplating your heinous actions, the slime in front of you throws itself onto your sword.
Help!
No! Stay with me, little slime bro! Let me heal you with the power of my hugs! Scott hugs the slime so hard it explodes. Oof. The price of never skipping arm day. I don't get it. Why don't they even try to protect themselves? I think these slimes have gotten so used to adventurers killing them for XP that they've evolved to think their only purpose is to be killed for XP.
Oh.
That's terrible. Can we try to teach the slimes a new way of life so they won't exist to be slaughtered anymore? That sounds more fun than tediously spilling slime blood all afternoon. How do you improve the slimes' lives? Do we teach them karate? They'll acquire confidence and self-esteem, value their existence over giving XP points, and they'll be able to kick adventurers' asses, which I believe is the minus stamina option. Or, if their main purpose is giving adventurers experience, help them open a high-end restaurant. It won't sell a meal, it'll offer an experience, which may in fact be the money or the money or mind option. I keep thinking that this is probably going to be money, not mind. And money is currently our lowest stat. We have dinked stamina before, but we are not in a bad place with stamina. We could definitely dink stamina again. But our options are teach karate or open a high-end restaurant. You know, like one of those eating in the dark type places where you don't actually eat anything, but you do get an experience. Trav says karate. Does chat concur? Yeah, I want to see the slime-based martial arts anime. Okay. Teach them karate.
Great plan.
That's a great idea. I could totally teach karate to a bunch of slimes. Hi-ya! You think so? Do you know any karate, Polly? I mean, not really, but I've seen a lot of ninjas and martial artist movies. You just do training montages and chop stuff and go, hi-ya! How hard could it be? Scott, Hazel, you go round up all the slimes while I set up the dojo. Let's do this. Hi-ya! You and Scott gather up some slimes to train. When you get back, Polly is hammered. Whoa, I'm seeing double, which just means more targets to hit. Okay, students, the first rule of karate is to always be alert, like this. Hi-ya! Polly karate chops a slime. It explodes. Okay, bad example. Let's do some chopping exercises. Scott, get us some wood to split in half. Hiya! No one chops wood in half. Between Polly's drunkenness and the slime's lack of arms or legs, no progress is made, and -2 stamina is lost.
Loser.
Come on, you stupid slimes. You're supposed to be karate masters by now. How else are we gonna get black belts and defeat the rival dojo? This is taking too long. Scott, hold my beer. I'll just do a training montage to speed this shit up. Polly starts doing some nonsensical martial artsy moves while humming Eye of the Tiger. This is not a training montage. Oh, it isn't Hazel? Isn't it? And she blacks out.
Whoa!
Whoa, the montage worked. Look at the slimes. Huh? All the slimes are suddenly wearing black belts now. Was that actually a training montage somehow? You gain +2 soul for helping the slimes learn self-defense and purpose. Scott carries Polly out to the car while she mumbles, "Hiya," in her sleep. Oh, Polly.
Oh, this seat is comfy.
That was crazy. We didn't get any art out of it, but it was absolutely adorable. We have Wild West Town. This town ain't big enough for the two of us, which is a plus magic minus soul unknown situation. We also have the shopping mall. Hanging in shopping malls, the 80s are back, baby, with a couple of unknown options and a stamina option if we want to get our stamina up. We don't have any obvious soul options. That doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a plus or minus soul option in the mix there somewhere, but we just don't know it. Where do we want to go? We have seen the shopping mall before. We have not seen Wild West Town. Not entirely certain we visited the shopping mall, but apparently my memory of yesterday is a little fuzzy. Not for any particular reason, just is. Let's go to the mall. More options that might bring us soul. I mean, that is 2 question mark options versus 1. And this one has a minus soul option, so less likely to have a plus soul option, to be frank. Bramble has a good point, so let's try it out. Hey, Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Dungeon? More like fungin, am I right? I don't get it. How are you doing today, Mr. Scrake? It's nice to see you. Shopping malls probably cost money. Wild West could be fun and Polly liked the rodeo. Well, too late now. Trav, I'm so sorry. And heck, maybe Polly can use some 5-finger discounts to get us more money? Chillin' after work? Well, welcome in. Sit back, relax, and chill. I'm happy to have you. The shopping mall. It's a place where you can sort of shop online, but like, offline.
Hey, look who's there.
You can feel young again by reviving good old ways of having fun at the mall. We could go to the arcade, the pizza parlor for some food, to raise our stamina, or go shoplifting, which is probably money, if we can pull it off. But it may be a loss of soul, which is kind of your guide to good. Yep, it is Shop Kitty. So, do we want to raise our stamina so that we're safe in the stamina department? Do we want to raise our money and who knows what we'll lose? Or do we want to go to the arcade? And I think this might be mind versus money. Not entirely certain. Could be hype as well. Please, Mr. Scrake, thoroughly enjoy your flagellant mod. I look forward to checking it out later. I have not done so yet. I've been kind of busy. Let's go shoplifting. Bramble wants to go shoplifting. We got an ad break in about 20 seconds for those that is relevant to. The ads do help me out. If you do not want to watch the ads, but you follow a lot of streamers, Twitch Turbo might be the option specifically for you. You don't have to see the ads anymore, and you help out all the content creators on Twitch who still run them. Or if you would like to support me specifically, you are welcome to subscribe, but they are just optional. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, I think we're going shoplifting to see if we can make some money here at the mall. Oh boy. After searching for the best store to steal from, you see your friend Valerie sitting on the center fountain and texting. She looks up and smiles at you.
Stranger.
Hey, stranger. What are you doing at the mall?
Huh.
We aren't shoplifting. Smooth, Scott. Don't worry. I won't rat on you. I'm also a big fan of shoplifting.
Ugh.
It's cheap, it's thrilling, and you get to stick it to the man.
What?
The man? What man? Why is he so sticky? Never mind. You guys are newbies at shoplifting, I'm guessing. Maybe I can help. Half the work is not getting nervous. Just vibe and no one will suspect you. Try whistling a jaunty tune as you shove shit in your pockets. Also, don't look suspicious. Avoid using fake mustaches. They're great for white-collar crime, but they don't work for shoplifting. If you get caught, just pretend to be a time traveler from medieval times who still doesn't understand the concept of paper money or malls. Works every time. Valerie's got great tips. The only thing left to do is to decide what you're going to steal. What'll it be? Do we, steal the hearts back? You stole hearts back in your prom days. It's time to shoplift some hearts. Do we steal the security cameras? It will pave the way for future shoplifting. Plus, the security cam is the only thing that the security cam itself cannot watch. Or do we steal a store manager's identity? It's one simple theft that will automatically make everything in the store yours. So, small change, medium change, large change of stats. What do we do? What do we do, guys? What are we stealing today? Let's shoplift hearts. It's what we have the most experience at. I don't know about that, Bramble. If you recall our runs in Monster Prom and Monster Camp, we kind of got our heart broken at least once in each of those games. I think that the logic of the last is a little suspect. Yeah, let's steal some hearts. Okay, you guys want the small change option. Got it. Hearts it is. All of you split up to for a bit to do some shoplifting. You later meet up at the food court to show off your hauls. Oh, right. I got 6 keychains and some weird-ass DVDs. What about you guys? I gotta kid me. I shoplifted some yummy mini sandwiches from the food court. They were super easy to steal. There's a lady out there handing them out. Clearly, Scott doesn't understand what shoplifting actually is. Taking free samples doesn't count as... never mind. Hazel, what about you? I stole the greatest treasure of all, the hearts of dozens of shoppers.
Oh, not bad.
Nuts! Let's go for a ton on the black market. How'd you steal a bunch of hearts without getting caught? No, Valerie, you misunderstood. I stole their hearts metaphorically, with the power of kindness. I complimented some shoppers' outfits, made jokes with the overworked cashier. My pockets are full of their stolen hearts, and their days are a little bit brighter.
Awesome, bro!
Aw, that's nice! Hazel used thievery to make the world a better place. No, don't acknowledge them, Scott. We had only one assignment, to shoplift stuff. Some people here did their job, not Hazel, though. Even Scott got us some sandwiches, even if they're not technically stolen. But no, Hazel wanted to go for a fun play on words. Those hearts aren't even real. Look at this kidney, Hazel. Does it look metaphorical to you? Nah, it's a literal fucking kidney. I guarantee you, I did something more drastic than complimenting someone or cracking a joke to get this very literal kidney. I didn't go through all of that just for you to cheat on the assignment and do some lame-ass stuff and call it shoplifting. I call it bullshit. Polly forgets about this 5 minutes later when you get some milkshakes at the food court. And you're at peace with your choice. Shoplifting metaphorical hearts might be -1 hype less than shoplifting literal hearts, but it surely makes up for that in +1 soul.
Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road.
He is the goodest himbo. The bestest himbo. The cryptic text company where we can make money. Well, where we can make money or something else. Or the UFO sightseeing spot. We want to believe, where we can get hype or soul or lose soul. No, our hype. I think we're fine. But this is the plus soul option. So we're gonna go believe in some UFOs. Thank you. Woo! We're getting there. Let's hope nothing weird happens. What? Why has my car stopped? You're driving when a cop pulls up and signals you to pull over. Uh-oh.
License and registration, please.
Good afternoon, kids. Can we see a license and vehicle registration? Hey, does anyone else smell pie? I don't.
Ooh!
Now that you mention it, I smell pie too. No, you don't. Your nose is lying to you, Scott. Don't you listen to it? I smell pie too. I figured it was just really craving pie, but now that Polly's being weird about it. I'm not being weird. You're all being weird. I'm being perfectly sane and normal. Okay. Well, looks like your paperwork's all in order. We're just gonna run your plates real quick and you kids should be good to go. God damn it. Now we gotta figure out what to do with this pie I stole off before those goons come back. You stole a pie? What for? You don't even eat. I don't know. I just saw it cooling on some old lady's windowsill and grabbed it. I was in a silly, goofy mood. But now, because Hazel was acting all suspicious, the cops are totally gonna know I stole the pie. We gotta hide it before they get back. Well, at least if you help Polly hide the pie, you can eat it later. How do you save this stolen pastry? Do we hide the pie under our trademark fancy top hat that we've been wearing throughout this whole road trip? Or do we hide the pie under the pile of money you will use to bribe the cops? Not that she's smuggling illegal pies, it's that she's stealing pies off of people's windowsills. This is why you never leave an open window around your pies. Fancy top hat or pile of cash? Obviously, if we do the pile of cash, we lose money, but fancy top hat could be magic, could be mind, could be hype. Hopefully not soul. Under the hat makes some sense. Hiding it under the money will fail the moment you hand the money over, and we'd be down lots of money. Indeed. I have a feeling that the hat is our only real way forward. Yeah, my fancy top hat. Wait, what fancy top hat? Oh, the trademark Hazel fancy top hat. I knew it'd come in handy eventually.
Let's do it!
Yeah, I barely remember who you were before you put that on that hat. Let's hide the pie under there. Polly stashes her stolen pie under your hat just in time for the cops to come back.
There's a missing pie somewhere.
So guess what? While we were in the cruiser, we got a call. There's a pie thief on the loose. My partner's gonna need to search your vehicle. You there, remove that hat for a moment so I can see if the contraband pie is under it. You want Hazel to take off their fancy top hat? But it's the cornerstone of their cool visual identity.
Huh?
So, You don't understand. Hazel was super lame back in school. Putting on that fancy top hat is what turned their whole life around.
Not cool!
You can't force them to go back to their old boring ways. It's inhumane. Partner, I think they got a point. I thought Hazel was pretty cool with that hat on too.
A fancy hat indeed.
Such a bold fashion choice to wear a top hat while driving, in a convertible of all things. I don't think we should force them to take it off. But the pie. I know, but this is too far. We swore to protect people no matter what, even if that meant shooting at suspicious characters first and asking questions later. But this? I mean, we gotta draw the line somewhere. Are we really helping people if we make this poor youngster lame again?
Sorry, partner.
You're right. I'm sorry, partner. I've been a cop for so long. I guess I lost some perspective.
Stay out of jail.
It's okay, pal. Sorry to bother you kids. Drive safe and stay fancy. You have no recollection of ever putting this hat on, yet there it is on your head and everybody else's memories. It's a -2 mindfuck. But you don't let it bother you too much, especially since you gained +2 stamina eating that stolen pie. Well, that worked out pretty well. Our stamina is back up, so money is now the lowest again. You came here today to answer the age-old question, do aliens exist?
We're not alone.
Who knows if you'll see any today, but at least it'll be fun to hang out with the other UFO spotters. So besides watch the stars and swap extraterrestrial conspiracy theories, what do you want to do? Do we look for UFOs and get hype? Do we make tinfoil hats and gain soul? Or do we attempt to send a message and lose soul? I'm assuming this is more of a threat situation. So since we are pursuing soul this run, let us make tinfoil hats, shall we? You come upon a huge gathering of UFO supporters. You see lots of telescopes, constellation charts, and Jefferson Airplane CDs going around. You also see Kale and Abdu. Sup, guys? I didn't know you were into UFO sightseeing.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bros! We're just on our road trip and decided to stop by. There's so many people with cool telescopes here. That's not all they've got. UFO spotters have surprisingly diverse interests. Want us to give you the grand tour? Over there are the it crowd. They're the popular spotters who know all the latest end-of-the-world prophecy gossip. The nerds by the creek contest what chemicals the man is putting in the water. There's the chemtrail spotters, the alien abductee support groups, the vehicle enthusiasts who know all the different UFO types. But what about those shiny guys over there? Are they UFO cosplayers or something? Those are the tinfoil hat fashionistas. They know all the latest fashion trends on how to protect your thoughts. What are they protecting their thoughts from? From the government, of course. The fashionistas scoffed. Do you really want Big Brother in your head reprogramming all your thoughts? Oh no! I didn't even know I had a big brother, let alone that he was taking all my favorite thoughts away. I have so few to spare. It's okay, Scott. Don't listen to those well-dressed weirdos. Of all the shit the government might be doing, stealing your thoughts isn't one of them. And even if they were, wrapping your head up like a burrito wouldn't do anything to stop it.
Oh.
But now I'm nervous. You're making me nervous too, man. Ugh, this anxiety's totally harshing my buzz. Damn, if we don't calm Scott down, we're gonna have some paranoid stoners on our hands. Hazel, can you help him protect his mind somehow? If there are bodyguards, there must also be mind guards for hire, right? Right? Clearly the money option. Protect your most valuable thoughts by flooding your brain with tons of useless ones. Clearly the mind option. Mind guards or useless thoughts? What do we think, chat? Which option do we want? Aren't we already doing the second one? I mean, we are hanging out with Polly and Scott. Actually, Polly has quite the sharp mind. It's Scott who's mostly dumb himbo, but they are the master pranksters. So... Sorry, the prank masters with a Z or a Z, depending on what country you're in. Yeah, she's sharp and chaotic. He's full of heart, but not bright. Thank you for the hug, Dustlights. Welcome in. So, mind guards or useless thoughts? I mean, I know which one Scott will be better at. That's for certain. Remember, we are gaining +2 soul in this interaction. We have to decide if we're losing money or mind. Polly is a Discordian. Scott's just good-natured and friendly. Yeah, Polly definitely wears the pants in this relationship. Friendship. They're not really dating each other. They're just friends. But Polly wears the pants. Either way. Alright, useless thoughts is kind of the thing that we're all leaning towards, so that's where we're going. Yeah, that could work. You just need to find someone with useless thoughts to spare and fill your head with them. Dude, all Kale and I have are useless thoughts. Getting high and learning inane facts about niche hobbies is our speciality. How do you think we got into ufology and aliens in the first place? So what do you want to know? I could tell you the history of lotion, every subspecies of cricket, all of the regional variations of the word pussy in Italian. Oh, how about I tell you about the minutiae of baking a perfect loaf of bread? I was really craving bread last night and I ended up on a Boogle deep dive for 9 hours. Oh my god, dude, I did the same thing. Whoa, that's crazy. Are we like mind melded or what? Are you sure you two weren't just hanging out last night and doing the same activity together? Oh yeah, it does make more sense. Sorry, my memories of time and place are pretty much replaced with bread facts. Yeah, this'll definitely work. So, to bake bread, you need flour, sugar, a plastic scraper, and a Dutch oven. Sidebar, the Dutch oven was actually discovered not by a Netherlander, but by an Englishman who... This goes on for a long time. Soon all your thoughts of road tripping and stat gaining are replaced by stretch and fold kneading and fermentation techniques. You lose -2 mind from all the actually useful info your brain throws out to make room for bread facts. But Kale and Abdu have a great time talking, and it's nice to see your friends be passionate about something. So you gain +2 soul.
Driving is so relaxing.
Alright. This is our last stop before the rest stop. There is a city under attack. You must be the only idiot driving into this city. Or a fortune teller. I foresee this location in your future. Which we could gain money, lose soul, or lose money to. The city under attack is the randomness of random. Who knows what we'll get and who knows what we'll lose. Chat, where do we want to go next? The city under attack? Or the fortune teller? The random city under attack? Or the fortune teller? I want to see the city under attack. The city? Okay, it looks like the consensus is mostly the city. So, let us go drive into a city under attack because we are the only idiot to do so. Dang, this city's a fixer-upper. Although this does mean, chat, that the traffic is going to be practically non-existent. Everyone's going the other way. God, those are the best days. Burning buildings, screaming people, and eardrum-shattering roars.
Scott? Run!
There's no question about it. A kaiju is attacking this city. I'm not sure why you decided to visit a city obviously experiencing a deadly event. But then again, I don't know why I even expect logic from you anymore. Nevertheless, you now need to protect yourself from death by giant reptile. So, what do? Do we fight the kaiju, evacuate the city, or accept our fate? This icon is new. We will progress through 3 stages by always picking options tied to a high resource. So this, I think, is an event. Go, go, Monster Rangers! New Ninja Morphing Monster Rangers! Yes, it's off-brand. What? We didn't steal that song at all. No, not at all. I want to see Polly and Scott Ranger outfits. I think that's the Fight the Kaiju option. Which will probably lose us stamina and gain us something else. Or it might be lose us magic and gain us stamina. I'm not entirely certain. Evacuate the city might be a money loss option, but we'll gain something else. Could be a hype loss option. We gain something else. Accepting our fate is going to be something entirely new. We've never done a symbol like this. This is a new symbol. The consensus is fight the kaiju. All right, we are going to fight the kaiju. Bring it on, Gojiro. One convenient screen transition later, you're suddenly in City Hall debating on how to fight the kaiju. I've gathered the city's greatest minds and these random tourists for some reason to discuss solutions, says the mayor. What can we do? Let's use bombs, the military general says. We're flush with nukes. This kaiju is just the excuse we need to blow shit up again. I like this guy. I like his whole unhinged vibe. Let's, put a pin on that, says the mayor. Scientists, do you have any ideas? Where did the kaiju come from? Well, says the scientist, it's possible all the untreated radioactive waste in the water supply mutated a lizard into a giant killing machine. Damn, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, says the mayor. Just tell me how to kill the damn thing. Kill the kaiju? Gasped the scientist. Why would you want to do that? Kaijus are awesome. Oh, you know what would work? Fighting fire with fire. Let's stick another kaiju on the first kaiju to kill it. Won't that cause harm to the civilians? The mayor sighs. Does anyone here have an idea that won't kill thousands of innocents? Have you tried offering the kaiju a free pizza if it promises not to stomp on anyone? Okay, looks like the kaiju versus kaiju thing is our best bet. But where are we gonna find another kaiju to stick on the first one? Hey, for some reason you know exactly where. You just need to call Hyperion the hungry hippo of Hyper Hope? Or bring a skyscraper to life so the buildings can get their revenge after decades of kaiju's tyranny. Hungry hippos? Or Go-Go transformation? I'm sorry. Or Autobots roll out. Hungry hippos. Or, building bots roll out. Mecha Scraper deploy! Number 2, it's true. Skyscrapers and kaiju are natural enemies. I have to agree. Although I do love the Hungry Hippos Easter egg. Primarily because I think I've played Hungry Hungry Hippos a couple of times in my childhood, and that game is wild. I love the selection screen. It's fantastic. I do too. With all the, like, graphs and things. It's pretty fun. Whoever designed this particular card, because it is in a card sort of setup, did a really good job. Alright, we're going with skyscrapers. Building bots, roll out. Brilliant! The scientists cry. Kaijus have destroyed cities for eons, and cities are made of buildings, so the buildings have probably built up resentment against the kaijus. Unfortunately, the science isn't at a point where we can bring a whole building to life, but magic is. Bring out Dr. Wizard. Dr. Wizard exerts -2 magic, bringing a skyscraper to life. It so happens to be your magic because you suggested it. Deal with it. Well, dang. I'm alive. I have thoughts, a voice, a unique sense of self. This is horrifying.
Hey, bro.
Welcome to the burden of consciousness, bro. Do you feel like fighting a kaiju? A kaiju? What is a kaiju? What is a bro? What are all of these words and associations I don't have? Hug is like talking to a brick wall. Pun intended, but not enjoyed. Something's gotta kill this ugly lizard monster. Wait, did you say ugly lizard monster? I've seen one. It killed my father. That horrible thing is threatening us again. I will fight. Buildings have parents? How do buildings fuck? Who knows? At least the skyscraper's inspired to fight the kaiju now. An action-packed cinematic battle ensues. It would cost like triple this game's budget to show it to you, so you'll just have to trust me when I say it is very, very awesome. At the most dire moment, the skyscraper is a half-crumbled mess. All hope seems lost, until it has a flashback to the day it was built. During construction, the foreman asked the architect, "Why are we adding a giant flamethrower to the top 5 stories, Mr. Hansen? Isn't that a huge waste of space?" Ah, young foreman, an architect never reveals the complex reason behind his architectural choices. Mr. Hansen, the architect, stared at the building pridefully, and then he had a flashback of his own. Mr. Hansen remembered playing Truth or Dare at the yearly architect pajama party years ago. "I pick truth," said one architect. "Okay," said another. "Would you rather have sex with Gary Ludwig Mies de Van der Rohe or Antoni Gaudi?" Pretty sure I butchered all of their names. Gaudi, obviously. Have you seen the way the Mediterraneans fuck? It's joie de vivre in the streets, ravenous horn dog in the sheets. "My turn. I pick Dare," said Mr. Hansen. "Okay. I dare you to add a 5-story tall flamethrower in the next building you design."
Whoa!
Whoa! Is that skyscraper mecha breathing fire now?
Ah!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. The skyscraper torches the kaiju, proving once again that Truth or Dare can save lives. You gain +2 soul for giving buildings a chance to fight back. It's time to stop and get some rest.
I'm knackered.
Alright, the only place we haven't actually visited is the car. We know that this is how you can talk to Polly, Scott, or whatever hitchhiker you have. We know that this is the place to pick up hitchhikers. We know that this is the place to get strategic if you know the game well enough and you're looking for a particular end. And we know that this is the place to trade items. We have 23 soul out of the 25 we need to get to a destination. And we have less of everything else. So, chat, what are we gonna do? We did get plus soul, yeah. Do we want to attempt to romance either Scott or Polly, since they are already in the car? Or do we want to pick up somebody new? do we want to trade items? It is possible that our item trade will get us to 25 soul. Car, since it's new. Yeah, we've never actually visited the car. I don't actually remember what the car does. I know that it was in the tutorial in our first run, but let's see what the car does. Okay, let us see what the car does. Item trade would hit 25. Yeah, but that's assuming that the item that we trade for is Soul Plus. We don't have any guarantee that there will be any Soul Plus items to trade. All I remember is that more than one player can use the car. Yeah, I mean, this game runs very differently if there are multiple players. There's just me. No one has chosen to join me in my Monster Prom adventures right now.